Welcome to another live stream of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in, tap the fuck in. What we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? Well, we gonna talk about this whole U.S. versus Iran shit. How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. Now, as y'all know, I ain't political at all, but I ain't stupid. How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. Hey, look, everybody that's investing in the channel, I need y'all to go ahead, tap in, tap the fuck in. This right here, this is world politics. This ain't no hood shit. How about that? That's the poet. My bad. Tap in, tap the fuck in. I'ma do a little more deep diving than just the war with Iran. I'm gonna start this all the way from the top, and we gonna understand why we are where we are right now. How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. A lot of people don't like our president, and I'm gonna go ahead and break all that down. Why they don't? How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. At the end of the day, this type of shit need to happen, man, because we was going downhill. How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, right? First off, I'm off the brown, bro. It's that Hennessy. How about that? Tap in, tap the fuck in. Now, y'all that know me, y'all know damn well I don't drink no damn dark liquor. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I be on the Tito's. But for this one right here, we got to go a little exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't no ordinary shit. This real life right here. How about that? All right? Nah, let's get into it, right? So, first thing first. Let's start it all the way from the motherfucking top, man. Y'all know I freestyle. I don't read from no scripts, no teleprompters, no notes. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I go off of what I know, what I was here for, and what I understand. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's get into it, right? So let's go back to the early 2000s, right? Matter of fact, let's be exact. Let's go to 2001, 9/11. Y'all remember 9/11, right? I'm 36, so everybody that's tuned in, if y'all around that generation, y'all remember 9/11, right? I made a video speaking on this shit, right? I talked about 9/11 and how all of that happened and everything with that whole situation. Okay, let's go into depth about it. Let's go live. Let's talk about it, right? So, from 2001, when the Iranians attacked us, you know what I'm saying? They attacked the World Trade Centers. They knocked down them buildings. How many people did they kill? They killed at least 1,000 people that day. Everything got shut down. Everybody got sent home. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what the fuck was going on. At that time, people was calling it war on America. You know what I'm saying? Long story on all of that. I don't even remember who the fuck the president was at that time. Y'all know, tap in. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That president ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna make it seem like it was a complete bust, like Iran just ran up on us and, we just laid down because we got Saddam Hussein and we got Osama bin Laden. You know what I'm saying? So yes, some shit did happen, but it wasn't nothing like what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna go up to speed with all this shit. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Jason Morris, what's the deal? Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, nah, let's get to it, right? So like I said, the whole 9/11 attack, right? They was declaring war in. Little do y'all know, and been on our ass. They never liked us. You know what I'm saying? They been saying death to America and all of that. They been burning our flag. They been on all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about the president or the congressman or none of that. It was about the whole country. You know what I'm saying? They never liked us from the jump. You know, and we gonna dig into all that. But again, y'all know I break shit down. You know, again, I ain't no political ass person. I'm a hood nigga. I'm just not dumb. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the 9/11 attack happened, right? We lost a lot of people. It was a big thing. That shit lasted for like 2 years. They talked about 9/11 for like 2 years straight, every day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, with that being said, right? Let's fast forward the tape some more. So a few years down the line, it's time for a new president, right? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna make everything make sense. Just stick with it. You know. A few years down the line, it's 2008, right? Now we got Obama running for president. 2008, right? All the black people going crazy. We got a black president. You know what I'm saying? Obama is the black man. He gonna change everything. We gonna get reparations. The police gonna stop assaulting us. The black man gonna be on top. We gonna populate the world to make the world ours. It ain't gonna be no more beef, gang banging. It's over with. Blah 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 blah. Right? This is the narrative they push when they brought Obama to the scene. Is that we got a black man running for office. So if we can get him, everything could change, right? Mm, yeah, I'm fried. I already been drinking. My bad. How about that? All right. So when Obama stepped on the scene, right, it was like everybody was pushing. Damn, that damn liquor got me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, how about that? I know I ain't kept, bro. This real act. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking before I jumped on the screen. How about that? All right. Now, when Obama jumped on the scene, right? It been a whole lot of shit that changed, right? Whole lot of things changed. Everybody was starting to come together. Everybody like, hey, we got a black president running. We all got to vote for him. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, right? So everybody was with the movement. We got a black president that's running for us. Boom, we gonna vote for him. 2008. That was what, 18 years ago, right? I'm 36, so let's back it up. 18 years ago. So what? I was what, 20? You know what I'm saying? 19, 20, something like that, right? I remember this shit vividly. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, I don't talk about shit on some gossiping shit. I don't do that. I talk about shit that I know about. You know what I'm saying? So I was there when this happened, right? So we gonna fast forward the tape a little more, right? The election came down. We on the last couple of months before they elect who gonna be in office, right? 2008. I forgot who Obama was running against. Y'all know how about that, you know. But I say maybe like 4 to 5 months before the election, right? It was a gas station on Plymouth in Wyoming. All y'all Detroit natives, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? That get is two gas stations on that corner. I'm talking about the gas station that was closer to the train tracks going towards Grand Riverside. So y'all know what I'm talking about. That gas station, right? They turned that gas station from what it was into the Obama gas station, right? I can't tell you if it was like a Sunoco or a Citgo or whatever it was at that time, but it was a whole ass gas station. But for this election thing, they changed it from whatever it was to the Obama gas station. It was an Obama face on it, and it said Obama gas station. You know what I'm saying? It was the Obama gas station. So basically, like the gas was supposed to be a little cheaper, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. This was before Obama even won. You know what I'm saying? Like they already had Obama won type shit on some Detroit shit. Real talk. How about that? Crime Frame 2.0. What's the deal? Tap in, tap the fuck in, man. You know? So, like I was saying, they changed it into the Obama gas station. Basically saying that they rooting for Obama. Hopefully he win. It's gonna be a celebration, right? This is on Plymouth in Wyoming, one of Detroit's deadliest neighborhoods in the whole city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking nothing from the east side, but bro, I didn't talk to y'all about Plymouth plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might hear Detroit rappers, probably a couple of interviewers, things like that, and they don't speak on Plymouth. Like, don't nobody really talk about Plymouth. Only people y'all really know from Plymouth was Snap Dogg and FMB DZ. Them the only people y'all really know from Plymouth. But I'm a real Detroit nigga. I'm gonna let y'all know, bro. The Plymouth niggas, no games. Them niggas was whacking shit. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I told y'all about me and the Vice Lords? I know I'm sidebarring. Y'all know I do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna come back to it, right? Y'all remember when I told y'all about, me and the Vice Lords, we went to Club Status and we turned that bitch up. We got into it, the Vice Lords. We were, damn, not the Vice Lords. We got, even though Plymouth niggas, they Vice Lords, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is correct, right? But that's not what I'm getting at. We got into it with the Plymouth niggas at Club Status. I'm with the Vice Lords. We got into it with the Plymouth niggas, right? We beat their ass, all that. The hood took their car, all type of shit. Crown Vic on 24s, all that. So y'all remember when I told y'all about that, right? Like I said, them P-Rock niggas, they ain't nothing to play with. They most hated in Detroit, real talk. But anyway, that neighborhood, right? They made that gas station the Obama gas station, right? Right on that corner, Plymouth, Wyoming. Bro, you do your neighbor, you do your homework on that neighborhood, literally, like, I ain't even gonna go there. That's for a whole nother video. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like this. The street called Orange Line. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all Google it, zoom in, look it up. The street Orange Line. Orange Line in Wyoming. Orange Line in Wyoming is like 2 blocks away from Plymouth. It's the same hood, right? That was labeled as one of Detroit's most deadliest. That's the poet. That was labeled as one of Detroit's most deadliest blocks in Detroit a few years ago. Do your research. Orange Line in Wyoming. That's Plymouth, P-Rock, Plymouth Road. That's all the same shit. Like, yeah, them boys was on it. They had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my whole point is they turned the gas station that sat on that corner in one of the most deadliest hoods on the west side of Detroit. They turned their gas station into the Obama gas station, right? When they put Obama face on it, they changed the colors of it. It was red, white, and blue, all that. Again, all Detroit natives, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. This ain't nothing I'm making up, right? They turned it to the Obama gas station right before he won, right? Okay. So everybody going up there, everybody getting gas from there, everybody buying shit from there. And the people that own that gas station, they knew how to market it because they knew everybody was looking for a black president. And that's who we got presented to. We got presented Obama as a black president, right? So that's who everybody going. Everybody spending their money there, all that shit, right? Let me tell y'all something. Whole time, I knew Obama was not a nigga, bro. I know it might sound shallow talking about why you gotta call Obama a nigga. Ooh, ooh. If you understand black people, we call each other niggas. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we be so offended when other cultures call us niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's our word. That's what we do to each other. Even though it might have came from a slave master back 300, 400, 105 years ago and all of that, that don't got nothing to do with today's music. We call each other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Anybody outside of our culture, we don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like I was saying, for us to be spending our money at the Obama gas station, it was all marketing. They knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was going on. Everybody going to the Obama gas station, supporting the Obama gas station. It was Obama support from the top. I'm giving y'all a little Detroit history for y'all. Damn, for those of y'all that don't know. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's fast forward to tape. I just gave y'all a little summary on it. Wasn't no other gas stations in Detroit doing it. It was just this one. And they knew how to draw in the people at a very dangerous location. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a couple months go by. Obama won, right? We got a black president, right? Everybody going crazy. That same gas station, the Obama gas station, it went viral. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? It went viral. Everybody from the west side of Detroit was at the Obama gas station on Plymouth and Wyoming the night that he won. How you know this, Mr. Roll Up? I was there. I seen it. All the hoods in Detroit on the west side was at that gas station. It was right there on that corner. Joy Road niggas, West Warren niggas, Schoolcraft niggas, Puritan Ave, PA niggas, Finkel Ave, FA niggas, 6 Mile, LA niggas, 7 Mile niggas, 8 Mile Sconies. Everybody from the west side of Detroit was there, bro. Dexter, Linwood niggas, 12th Street, Woodrow, Number Streets. Everybody was there, bro. The whole west side of Detroit. I'm not discrediting the east side. They was there too. But I'm just naming the west side. As y'all know, the west side, we don't get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? We all from the same side, but we different hoods and different communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know Detroit politics, right? So my point is that night that Obama won, everybody was at the Plymouth and Wyoming Obama gas station. Even though everybody was beefing with each other, different hoods, different cliques, all of that, everybody was out there. Everybody. Drinking, smoking, all of that. Ops passing blunts to each other, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the night of, we can you say, peace. When the whole city was against each other, especially the west side. At that time, man, I want to talk about the west side of Detroit, bro. It was up there at this time. It's the pull up, my bad. That was during the whole Street Lord, Cheddar Boys, all that era. Then Team Eastside, Dope Boys Cash Out was coming up. Like, it was a whole lot of Eastside, Westside shit. I didn't explain all that. Detroit, Eastside, Westside, we don't beef. It was more like some rap shit on TV, entertainment, but it was what it was, you know? So anyway, a lot of shit was going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? And just for me to ride up and see everybody on that corner all together. You know what I'm saying? I see Schoolcraft niggas out here. I see Finkel niggas out here. I see Joy Road niggas out here. I see all these different hoods out here on this corner. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the Obama gas station. He won, right? Well, anyway, with that being said, right? Everybody up there blasting that Jeezy. My president is black. My Lambo is blue. Everybody was banging it. We got a black president. It's over with. Black people, we on top. That's what it is, right? Again, me on the sideline. Obama ain't black. But I couldn't tell my people that. You know what I'm saying? My people would have went against me for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Us as black people, we know who black people is. We look at each other like, hey, yeah, you black, you black, you black. No, you not black. And this ain't no racist live. And y'all know I'm not racist. I love my Caucasians. I love every race, especially the white trash. Y'all know that. I just talked about the white trash. I love white trash more than I love some black people. Like real talk. So this ain't no racist shit at all on no level, right? So anyway, when he won and all of that, right? Everybody out here on this corner, right? Jeezy playing, my Lambo blue, my president black, blah blah blah. Like it was turned the fuck up on Plymouth in Wyoming, one of the most dangerous corners in Detroit, on the west side of Detroit, right? Everybody out there, every hood you could name, all of it. This guy, that guy, this drug dealer, whoever you could, they was out there, bro. I was there. Real talk. It was on the news, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you could, I don't know, you could probably pull up the clips from back then when Obama won, Detroit, Plymouth, and Wyoming. Yeah, you could probably look all it. I'm pretty sure you could look it up. It was all on the news, all that shit, right? I was there. So I know. But anyway, he won. Everybody was happy, right? Boom. We got a black president. There you go, right? No fights, no shootouts, none of that on this corner. That brought everybody together. This was like the end of street violence. This was supposed to be the end of a lot of shit because we got a black president to represent us, right? And like I said, I'm gonna go back because I got some things to talk about before Obama won. But right here, right now, we gonna talk about Obama for a minute, right? So he win, right? Boom, we got a black president. Again, me, Mr. Roll Up, I knew he wasn't black. I know black people. I grew up around black people my whole life. I was born into a black family, around black people. I know a black person when I see them. When I seen Obama, I knew he wasn't black. Just because you got a percentage of black in you, that don't make you black. You got to be like 70% black for me to consider you black. Because black culture, like bro, you gotta have a certain texture to be us. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Because if you not, you could pass as a Caucasian, a Asian, a Mexican, whoopty woo, whoopty woo, right? And if you pass for them cultures, guess what? Things change for you. But when you labeled as a black person, no, a lot of things shut down as a black person. And again, us as black people, we can identify with each other. Like I said, I could look at you, yeah, you black, you black, you black, you not black. Just because you got 5% black in you, that don't make you black. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, to be a black person, you gotta have like at least 70% black in you to be black. You know what I'm saying? This is how a lot of black people think. Mind you, I'm coming from a hood nigga perspective. I'm giving y'all a hood perspective. You know what I'm saying? So us as hood niggas, if you don't match us, you ain't us. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you do got 10% black in you or anything. If you don't match us, you ain't us, right? So I knew Obama wasn't us. I knew that from the rip, right? I'm like, he ain't one of us. But again, the majority of people rocking with it because he not a white guy. Again, no disrespect to my white people. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But this is the reality, right? So anyway, he win. Everybody happy. We about to get reparations. Ain't gonna be no more gang banging. We gonna get money in our community. We gonna come up. We about to live large. Our president gonna make sure we straight. The police ain't gonna fuck with us. We ain't going to jail. Woody woo, woody woo. These is black people politics, right? Okay, cool. So we got Obama. We letting him rock. We gonna let him do his thing, right? What did Obama do for us? Not one thing. Like I said, I was one of the very few that said he ain't no black man. I'm not counting on him. He not no black man. He might got black in him, but he ain't a black man. I said that 20 years ago. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But at the same time, I get it with our people. Because we so used to having a white president, things like that. Now we get a guy with some color on it. So, yeah, you like, this a black man. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. He wasn't. And I knew that. Me, myself. Honestly, us as black people, we knew that. But us as black people, we ain't gonna admit that. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the first to admit that for us as black people. We knew that Obama wasn't black. But just because he had a percentage of black in him, we took that and we ran with it. Instead of 100% white man, we got a man with color on him. So he a black man. That's how that shit went, right? All right. Now we got all that understood, right? Obama is in office. What has he done for the U.S.? Fuck black people. What has he done for us? Nothing. Obama was in office from 2008 all the way to 2016. He ran 2 terms, right? Did nothing for us. Y'all think I'm lying? Jump in the comments. Tell me something, right? All he did for black people was Obamacare. Obamacare was for everybody. And again, it's so many insurance plans out here. Like, you don't need Obamacare. You know what I'm saying? And really, if you one of them type of people that really like don't have a lot of medical problems, you don't need insurance in the first place. You could just go up there, pay whatever it is that you got to pay, and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? This is all that Obama presented to us within 8 years worth of being in office as a black man, right? Obamacare. With that being said, I'm just skimming through it real quick. Y'all know the whole story. I'm just going through it real quick, right? He gave us Obamacare, right? Again, insurance, you don't need insurance if you don't got everyday problems, right? So that was his take for black people, Obamacare, right? What he do right after that? Gay marriage, crime frame 2.0. Tap in, tap the fuck in. That's exactly where I was going. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Tap in, tap the fuck in. So where did Obama go next? He went straight for the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck you call all that, right? He went straight for them. He holding the flag up with them, the rainbow flag, all that. He marching in the streets with them, all type of shit, right? At this time, being gay was not acceptable. From that time on back, like, we didn't play all that gay shit. Y'all remember that. We didn't do that. You couldn't even be in the hood and tell people you was gay. What? If you was gay in the hood, you was an outcast. You was looked at like you killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Obama made that shit cool. Like, hold on. We all is one. We all the same people. If you like what you like what you like, it's acceptable. And he was marching the streets with these people with the damn rainbow flags, all that. So he opened up the gates for the whole LGBT family, right? Let me say this, right? I'm not against y'all or none of that, but at the end of the day, I ain't with y'all. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So, for Obama to legalize all that and make that a thing, like, that's how life is supposed to go, was crazy. But this is what y'all black president did. He opened up the gates for them type of people. You know what I'm saying? What happened after that? We get RuPaul, Drag Race, and all that. I don't watch that shit. Never in my life. My mama watched it. You know what I'm saying? So my mama always calling me, "Hey, you seen this on RuPaul and Woo?" I don't watch that shit. Why did you ask me this? You know what I'm saying? But my mama into that type of shit. So this how I knew about all that. And after RuPaul and all that, it was like the gays just started coming out left and right. It was welcome for them to come out. In my time, it was like, again, if you was gay, nigga, you would get fucked up. You better stay in the house. You know what I'm saying? Now with Obama, it's like come outside. It's in the books, it's on TV, it's everywhere. Except them for being them. And look, don't get me wrong. I done had a couple of gay people from my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. My homie Ralph and my homie Ahmad. I ain't gonna never, like sweep that under the rug or none of that. Both of them bros from the hood and they was gay. We knew that. They accepted that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Tender age, 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? They accepted that then. And guess what? The hood was like, you know what? You said who you is, you still family. They still was family to us. We didn't beat them up. We didn't bully them. We didn't do none of that. We knew that they weren't one of us. You know what I'm saying? It just took for them to finally come out and admit it. Like, yeah, we ain't street niggas like y'all. You know what I'm saying? We like guys. We on some real shit. We like y'all kind of niggas, but we don't like y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we been on about gays and all that. Like this ain't nothing new. We knew about that, right? It was just Obama opened up the gate for all this shit, and then here you go. This shit all over TV. It's in the school books. It's being taught to kids. All type of shit. Like it was being open to accept this person for who they is. Okay, that's fine, right? But that don't mean that you gotta push that on the people. That don't mean that you gotta push that on kids. Let them learn it. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't Obama's focus. When us as when us as black people, we had a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we waiting on reparations. We waiting on legal rights. We waiting on equal rights. We waiting on a lot of shit coming from Obama. Only thing Obama gave us was fag rights. Except the gay people for who they is. You know what I'm saying? So this was going on during his term, right? Except gay people. It's just what it is. Here goes some Obamacare. Y'all take this little health insurance, you know what I'm saying? Fix whatever you got going on. You got a couple of STDs, you might have got shot or something like that. Okay, Obamacare, take care of that. But accept the fact that these gay people is running shit. Accept it. That's all we got out of the whole Obama term. 2 terms. And I knew this from the beginning. Like I said, he's not a black man. So I wasn't surprised that what he came with, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. How about that? I'm on the brown, man. Y'all know I'm about to go in. You know what I'm saying? How about that? All right. So now let's put that to the side. We know about Obama, right? So Obama ran it from '08 to 2016. 8 years, 2 terms, 4 years on this one, 4 years on the next one, back to back, right? People couldn't get enough of him. Why? Because he's a black man. He didn't do nothing for black culture, but since he's a black man, he won 2 terms back to back, right? Okay, cool. Do y'all know in between that time of him being a president, we got into it with Iran again? I told y'all about 9/11. That was back 2001. That was way before Obama. Obama didn't get into 2008. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say from 2001 to 2008, we been had smoke with them. So that was a good 6 years worth of smoke that we been had with them. We had smoke with them before 2001. It was just that 2001 brought a lot of shit to the light. You know what I'm saying? Iran never liked this. They always been deaf to America. All it always been there, right? But anyway, like I said, by the time Obama got in there, right? Okay, now you in here. What's going on with these people in Iran? You know, these Muslims, these Arabic guys, white, long beard motherfuckers. What's up with them? You know what I'm saying? You know what Obama did? Let's talk about it. What did Obama do? Do y'all know he sent Iran $1.7 billion instead of going ahead and knocking them off? Oh yeah, y'all don't fuck with us. Y'all talking about death to America. Y'all don't like us. Woody woo. Come on, let's go to war. Obama said no, no war. He go damn near $2 billion for y'all, a U.S. money. Do y'all know at that time we was in a recession? Do y'all remember that? Let's go back. Let's go back. Y'all remember we was in a recession at that time. The U.S. was fucked up. Didn't nobody had no money. Didn't nobody had no jobs. Nothing was going on. I made a video about us being in a recession. Like we didn't have nothing going on. We was fucked up. Who can we blame that on? Obama. When he sent them, when he sent Iran, when Iran was on our heads, because they was trying to start war then, back in 2014, back when Obama was in office, 2014, right? They was on that wartime then. Come on, let's get it. Fuck y'all, type shit. That's what they was on, right? Obama said, nah, we don't want no beef with y'all. He go $2 billion. $2 billion. That's the poet. He sent them $2 billion, bro, of our money, our resources, our land, everything that we had. He sent it to them, so we wouldn't have to go to war with them. Y'all ask yourselves, if you get into it with your op and your op on all of it, whoop you whoop, yeah, we come for your crew, all of that type of shit, and you say, you know what? We don't want to beef with y'all. Here, we gonna send you $1 million. Let's end the war right here. Now look, I don't condone in violence. No. I'm just making a statement. I'm just being real. And y'all know I use examples to make y'all understand what the fuck is going on, right? So if your op came at you like, nigga, it's up there. We own it. We come to get y'all. Is you gonna send your op $1 million and say, hey, look, we don't want to beef with y'all. We good, man. Here you go. Is that what you gonna do? Even if you do that, do you think your op gonna say, hey, you know what? They sent us $1 million. Let's not beef with them. If they your ops, they don't like you. It's not about money. It ain't about power. It ain't about none of it. It's about the fact that they don't fuck with you. This is how hood origins start. It's not about money. It ain't about fame. It ain't about a bitch. At the end of the day, it's about we don't like you. Now, it might have started off a bitch or some fame or some money. It might have started that way, but the way how it's going to end is, I don't like you. I'm going to get you gone. No matter what you might kick out to me and my crew, how you feel, apologies, let's sit down and meet. It's up there. We killing you. That's what beef is. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what Iran brought to the U.S. They let it be known they don't fuck with us. No matter what type of belt you might go ahead and send them, They don't want that. They want us gone. And that was the whole point of what Iran was on. They bombed us in 2001. They was on all that. We took out Saddam Hussein and what was the other guy? I, I said his name, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. We took out both of them, right? They still popularized their military. They still gathered along their community. They still was on all of that with us. Even after we took out some of their top people, they still was on it. You know what I'm saying? How about that? So here it is. Let's fast forward the tape. Like I said, that's what they was on way back in the day. I'm just making sure I bring y'all all this so y'all know this ain't nothing new. Trump didn't start no new shit. This shit been going on. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Obama send them $2 billion. Here you go. We don't want no beef, right? Because he too busy investing in the LGBT community, right? He worried about them because they a multi-billion-dollar company, the whole LGBT family. Like, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But they a bigger community than us regular people. It's crazy. I don't know how it happened, but that's the truth, right? And that's exactly why Obama was so hard on pushing them. Because they community make way more income than us as regular people. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he was worried about pushing them. That he sent Iran $2 billion. We don't want no smoke. We got something else going on here. We got the gay people that's willing to pop out and, admit to who they is and be exposed and be all on TV. That's gonna make us so much money. So we don't want no smoke with y'all. Here you go. Boom. Here go $2 million. Leave us alone. Let me ask you this. Since we talking about black people, right? Talking about black people. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. If your ops come at you with a lump sum of money, let's say, hey, let's end the war. Is you gonna end the war with them? Even though they done killed some of your closest homeboys, they done knocked off this person, they done kidnapped that person, they burglarized this person, they home invaded that person, they carjacked this person. Is you gonna let that go for a couple of hours? Tell me. Because even though Obama sent them $2 billion, you got to understand that $2 billion went to the country. It didn't just go to one person. See, them over there, Iran and all them different countries, they work together. It's just the U.S. that's party that we stun on each other and you broke, you broke, you broke. We the only ones that do that. Them other countries, they stick together. So all that money that gets sent to them, they invest it in themselves. You know what I'm saying? We swept all that bullshit under the rug. Oh, okay. Like it didn't happen, right? Whole time, Obama funding our enemies. And we over here going broke. Everybody wondering where they money going, where they hours going, what's going on with the streets, what the fuck is going on here in America? Fuck another country. What's going on here? Like, we losing. You know what I'm saying? But then nobody want to accept the fact that this black president took our resources and gave it to foreigner countries. How about that? Again, we was too hell bent on this being a black president that we good. Whole time, this foreign president was funding other countries. Countries that didn't like us. Countries that wanted war with us. He funding them. Here you go. Let us be us. Here goes some money. And guess what? That made the other countries say, you know what? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, we'll take that money. We'll fund it into our population and, get things done and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. We still don't like y'all. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like I said, you can give your op $100,000, $1 million, whatever. Your op's still not going to like you. You can give your op whatever. He's still not going to like you. He might call off the hit. He might call off whatever scene that he was planning on doing with you. He might call it off. But he still don't like you. No matter how much money you give him, no matter how many cars you get him, whatever crib you can put him in, wherever you can take him to, your op not gonna like you. Your op is your op. He has a personal vendetta with you. That's never gonna change until your ass knocked out or dead. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. That's just how politics go, right? So Obama cure was here. Let's get him $2 million. They'll leave us alone. And that's what he did. He's sitting on a pallet. Yeah, a pallet. You working in the warehouse and you doing a forklift and you pick up the pallets and all that type of shit. Yeah, that's what Obama did. He sent them pallets of money. Damn near $2 billion. Couldn't do nothing for us but Obamacare. But he gave Iran $2 billion. Leave us alone. We don't want no smoke. We took tail. And that's not America. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, that's not America. But that's what Obama did for America, our first black president, right? So he sided with them pretty much to stop a war. And that's what a lot of people going off of. Oh, Obama, he kept the peace. But y'all not understanding why he kept the peace. You know what I'm saying? How about that? All right, so now we got all that understood. Let's fast forward to tape. This is about USA versus Iran. Let me break this shit down. How about that? Y'all is tweaking, bro. So, we got all that understood, right? Obama funded them. It kept the pressure down, right? So Obama kept on moving and did what he wanted to do, right? Do y'all know Obama came out with a movie called Leave America Behind? It was something like that. Um, I got this from my guy, Big Ward the Genius. You know what I'm saying? Go follow his page. He well on with the politics. I'm not political. Like I said, I'm just not stupid, right? Anyway, with that being said, he produced, directed all that. This movie called Leave America Behind is something like that. In the movie, it was describing everything that was gonna happen to us over the years, for basically us to like disintegrate. Us as Americans, basically we gonna die over time. And all of them rich people, congressmen, and all of them that's in office, they gonna go in their bunkers and they gonna go in the ground and they gonna chill and wait till all of us Americans die off. When we die off, they gonna come from their bunkers, they gonna come from underground, and they gonna repopulate the world, right? This is real shit. And like I said, you think I'm capping? Go ahead and follow Big War. Y'all know I'm not political. I know what the fuck I know. You know what I'm saying? So go check out Big War. He break all that down. You know what I'm saying? But Obama produced and directed this movie about how to leave the American people behind. Yeah, let them fight, let them kill each other, all of that. Us as prestigious people, we gonna hide in bunkers and we gonna let them kill each other off, right? Then when America kill each other off, then we gonna come out the bunkers and we gonna repopulate. How about that? That was the plan, and that came from the Democratic Party. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So anyway, let's move a little forward, right? Cause this shit deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think rap deep with niggas beefing with each other and all that? Bro, politics is a whole nother level. Politics is the real hood beef. If we gonna be for real, right? So anyway, we got all that understood. Obama dropped the movie on us. He let us know, hey, we gonna leave y'all behind. And then nobody take it serious because it was like this a black president, this our people, woo woo. But he was in on this shit. You ask me, all of them, they all together. Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, liberals, blah blah blah, they all together. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. So anyway, back to it, right? So Obama dropped the movie, Leave America Behind. Go check it out. And he broke down everything that was gonna happen to us. It's all in 3 stages, right? First stage is isolation. The whole COVID thing. 6 feet. Put your mask on. Don't talk to me. Woo. It's isolation, right? It was steps to it. Like I said, I'm not gonna debunk Big Ward because he broke that down to a science, man. Like real shit. Go follow Big Ward, the genius. You know. I'm just telling y'all, like this real shit. You know. So anyway, with all that being said, Obama let us know we headed for destruction, and it started with him. Now, of course, it was before him, but he amplified it, right? So anyway, let's move on. Obama get out of office, right? 2016. He did his 2 terms. It's time for him to step down, right? Now we got Trump running for office, right? Trump, Donald J. Trump. I ain't gonna lie to you. When he ran, I was like, hell no. Don't vote for no Trump. Like, Trump a businessman. You know what I'm saying? We know Trump from back in the 90s, 2000s. Like, that's what he did. He was business. You know what I'm saying? My whole thinking was that a businessman can't run the country. Business and running the country is 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? That was my thinking, right? So I'm like, no, don't vote for him. None of that. Even though I never voted in my life, I never voted. Never. Because again, I understand the dynamics. All this shit is the same shit, and your vote don't matter. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But again, that's a whole nother conversation. We can do that a whole nother day. We here to talk about why all this shit is going on, right? So, with that being said, right, Trump running, I wasn't with that. I wasn't with Obama, and I wasn't with Trump. I wasn't with neither one. Uh, Facts, you know what I'm saying? These is facts. I wasn't with neither one, right? I'm like, nah, man, I don't trust Trump. Even though I never seen Trump running office or none of that, I just looked at him. I was like, nah, man, I don't trust him. I don't. This is 2016, way before all of that shit that's going on now. I said that back then. I was like, nah, he a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Like running for office is not his thing. He's a business and politics, 2 different things. 2 completely different things. Anybody can be a businessman, but everybody can be a politician. It's just 2 completely different things, right? So that was my dilemma with Trump. I didn't have no personal beef with him. It was just the whole business aspect. Like he a businessman and he running for politics. Them 2 different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he won, right? It wasn't about race. It wasn't about none of it. Like I said, it was business versus politics. That was my issue with Trump, right? He ran, he won anyway, right? I did not want him to be there. I didn't. I mean, for real, I didn't. I couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? He did it right for his 4 years that he was there. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. Y'all can't Trump what Trump did. You know what I'm saying? He got in there from 2016 to 2020. He did what he was supposed to do. That was dead. 2019 pop up, right? This whole COVID shit going on. Everybody getting sick, right? You got people that's healthy dying from COVID. You got people that's weak dying from COVID. You got people that's moderate dying from COVID. You got all these different people dying from this airborne disease, right? So with that being said, what happened? Us as a country, we was shut down. Ain't no more movement. Chill out. Sit at home. Put your mask on. Social distance yourself 6 feet away from anybody if you do go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? No clubs, no bars, none of that type of shit was open. Everything that was socially invested was closed down, right? Everything, right? Of course, you can still come out and order you a burger from McDonald's or something like that, or whatever. Yeah, you can still do all that. It was just that if you want to go sit down at a restaurant and eat and all of that type of shit, you couldn't, right? It was on hold. The world was on hold. 2019, 2020. It was on hold, right? Again, you can still pop out. It was just the things that you like to do was no longer available. You know what I'm saying? It was on hold, right? Why is that, Mr. Roller? Because COVID is in the air. It's the airborne virus that's going around, striking everybody, right? All this happened with Trump being in office. Why did everybody hate Trump at this time? Well, first off, it was because Trump took a black man's seat, Obama. Remind y'all remember, Obama won 2 terms. I didn't talk about that. He won 2 terms back to back as a black president, even though he did nothing for the black community, but he was a black president, right? He won 2 terms back to back. Kept the peace. We didn't argue with nobody. It was just us versus us, right? So everybody looked at Obama like he was the best president ever because we didn't have a war, right? Trump jumped in that bitch. Boom. COVID hit. In between the mix of him being elected, he didn't have nothing to do with COVID. And I'm just speaking on a real nigga perspective. Like I said, this ain't no gang banging. This ain't no racism. This ain't no hateism. This is just speaking on real nigga shit, right? So Trump hop out on the scene, right? 2019, 2020. Boom. He let us know, hey, this COVID shit is coming from China. Soon as he hopped in office, he let us know, hey, this ain't us. This coming from a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? So when they get over here, y'all be ready. If your immune system not strong enough or anything for this, it's a good chance you might die. So you need to stay in the house. You need to have a mask on. You need to distance yourself away from everybody. All that. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Drink a lot of water. Stay out the way. Right? This is what was going on through the COVID pandemic. Trump warned us of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought it was a joke. What the fuck is COVID? Fuck y'all. Whoa, 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 right? COVID hit the streets. Boom. 2020. Hit the streets hard. Right? People dying left and right. Everybody in the hospital. Everybody fucked up. Don't nobody know what's going on until a damn. That's the polar. Until a doctor diagnosed them with COVID. Now everybody, damn, that COVID shit that they was talking about, this shit real. Everybody catching this shit. Everybody dying, everybody getting sick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Next thing you know, people casket ready. Off of this whole COVID shit that Trump warned us about. But we didn't like Trump. We didn't want to hear what Trump had to say, especially at the one after Obama. We didn't want to hear nothing that he had to say. Like, man, fuck him. We got this pig in office. We just lost our black president. We got a pig in. He saying this and that. Fuck him. He warned us. Next thing you know, boom, COVID hit the streets. People got to dying. Damn, this shit real. Hold on. Everybody started going in the house. Everybody started reacting with the policies that was brought against us for this whole virus that's going on, right? Everybody's scared. Everybody tucking their tail. A lot of people became YouTubers. A lot of people became influencers behind this shit, right? Because it was stay your ass in the house or you at risk of dying type shit, right? Okay. So what happened? We started getting a lot more YouTubers, Facebookers, Instagrammers, OnlyFans, all of them social sites started shooting through the roof because everybody at home. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that things was closed, like you couldn't go here, you couldn't go there. Places was still open. It was just that you couldn't go to a bar and sit at the bar and have a drink. You couldn't go to the club and just be waiting on the bitch to walk up on you and smack her ass and all that. That's what was going on during COVID. But all that shit was still open. It just wasn't to the extent that we used to. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with all that being said, things being closed down to our freedom and people was dying from the disease, people started playing us like, oh, Trump did this. This was Trump for it. Ain't none of this happened until Trump got in office. Blah, 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 right? That was not Trump's fault. But America blamed it on Trump. And this is why a lot of people hate him. Because COVID came through here and it wiped out a lot of people. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was a guy on my Facebook page, big, strong, deep, big diesel ass nigga. Like, worked out all the time, ate healthy. He was a healthy ass nigga. Like, I swear to God, this is not nothing I'm making up. I swear to God, right? Healthiest nigga in the world, right? And he died during COVID. He caught COVID and he died. You know what I'm saying? Shit just happened, right? So a lot of people trying to put it as it's not about your immune system, ain't about none of that. It's just your ass a die. But the reality is that we've been having diseases since way back in the day. This ain't nothing new. Nah. Remember when I told y'all maybe like 30 minutes ago, I'm going to come back to this right here. Let's go back. How about that? Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. So now let's go back to when all these diseases started. Let's go there. How about that? Y'all ass, bro, tweaking. Y'all remember in the early 2000s, right? Y'all remember mad cow disease? Y'all remember West Nile disease? Y'all remember anthrax disease? Y'all remember Ebola disease? Y'all remember all that shit? It was most shit going on. Them just the fall I could think of. Like I said, I freestyle. I don't teleprompter. I don't know. All this freestyle. This is just what I can remember. You know what I'm saying? Them 4 diseases right there that we had in the early 2000s. That ain't nobody talking about. Ain't nobody bringing none of that up. But everybody talking about this COVID shit. COVID did not take out as many people as it did all of them diseases that I just named. How about that? You know what? Let's go back. Let's talk about anthrax. Forget Ebola, West Nile, mad cow. Let's forget all that right now. Let's just talk about anthrax, right? Anthrax. Early 2000s, way before Trump, Obama, way before all that, right? Anthrax was in the mail. You couldn't even open your letter that you got in the mail, regardless if it was a check, If it was from a higher power offering you another position, a record deal, trying to sign you, you know what I'm saying? A TV show series trying to sign. It didn't matter what was going on during anthrax. You could not open your mail. If you open your mail, it was a chance that a white powdery substance was in it and it would kill you instantly before you could even read what's in the letter. That was anthrax. Come on, let's talk about it. Y'all remember anthrax? Like I said, fuck all the West Nile, mad cow, Ebola, fuck all that. Let's just talk about anthrax. Y'all remember that, right? That was it. That. So, your mama was scared to open her mail as kids. Couldn't even open your mail, let alone go outside doing. You couldn't even open your mail. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even safe for you to open your damn mail. But everybody blaming Trump for COVID. Who is y'all blaming for anthrax? Blame somebody for that. You also you got to remember when it come to mail, the mail come from whoever send it to. The mail carriers within the office, they gotta analyze it and all of that type of shit. They kind of like police. They gotta do their police work before they even package it and all that and send it out to the people. How the fuck was anthrax happening in the middle of it? Did nobody question none of that? It was just that, hey, you might open your mail, you might die. It didn't have nothing to do with the mail carriers or none of that. It was just that you open your mail, you might die. Your mail, not a pack of clothes you just received, not you going to the grocery store and you order 3 different packs of meat and it might be in one of them. Your mail. Your mail. You could open your mail and you could die. Y'all forgot about that? That was during the whole 9/11, that whole time. Y'all forgot about that, right? Right. Ain't nobody spoke on that. Still to this day, ain't nobody talking about anthrax, West Nile, mad cow, Ebola. Nobody talking about none of that shit. But y'all talking about Trump killed all these people out during COVID and all that. No, what about way before Trump? Back in the day. Let's go back to when Iran was speaking up like, hey, we don't fuck with y'all. We don't like y'all. We coming after y'all. What about them days? Ain't nobody speaking on it, right? Everybody just coming at Trump because Trump is in office. And Trump is being a man and making manly moves, right? Well, we gonna get into all that. Like I said, we had to go back in the time capsule. We had to speak on this whole anthrax, right? User ASIM. Anthrax is a great brand. Iran was destabilized the U.S. What are you talking about? Hold on. Let me read that one more time. Stranger 3005. Iran was destablished the U.S. Destablished. I never heard of it. While you in the comments, go ahead and let me know what that means. I'm not saying that you wrong. I'm just saying I never heard of it. So tell me what destablished means, right? So I can go ahead and break that down. How about that? You here? Yes, bro. You in the comments? Tell me, what do destablished mean? So I can go ahead and break that down for you. How about that? Reading is fundamental. You know what? I'm gonna get back to this whole war thing, but let's speak on the comments, right? So somebody in the comments, Debtor, Teller, whatever it was, whatever your name is, right? You said reading is fundamental, right? Let me tell you something. I don't read at all. I don't care what you say. You can say whatever you want about Mr. Roll Up. I am nowhere near not no dumb nigga at all. I could read better than probably you, more than likely. For somebody that probably read a lot and that's on all these politics and this and that and all of that, I can guarantee you I probably read better than you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is go check out my old videos when I had to read different things to the audience. I can read very well. I'm very smart. I don't read because I know that reading is a distraction to life. We try and make it seem like these Epstein files and all this bullshit is a distraction to life. No, reading is a distraction to life. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that serious, it don't got to be put in the book. It could just be told to us. It was put in the book to distract us. But again, that's a whole nother fucking level. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna do all that. We ain't gonna do all that. I'm just letting y'all know that that reading shit, that's a distraction all in itself. You can believe whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Again, we can have a math test, we can have a reading test, we can do all that. I guarantee you, I beat more than 80% of y'all that's watching this shit on reading, understanding, mathematics, all of it. I guarantee you, I can solve 80% of shit better than all of y'all. And I don't read, I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just about what you know up here. It's not about what you reading in here. How about that? Nah. Anyway, back to it. People ain't shit. Hey, you right. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Chip Wilson. Maybe you need a smart or are you Satan? All right. So look, right? I'm original GD, gangster disciple, right? Y'all know that we against Christ and all of that. So if you want to say that I'm Satan, then all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm originally gang banger. We don't follow rules. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to say I'm Satan or whatever, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to speak real, right? I don't gang bang no more, none of that. I'm just letting you know that's where I came from. So if that's what you saying that I am, okay, cool. I accept it. I will accept it because in our literature, we broke all the rules. We didn't follow no rules, none. We didn't vote. We didn't follow rules. We was against the law. Blah 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 blah. That was gang banging. That's exactly why they say in gang banging you can't serve two principles, right? Because gang banging, the principle you serving in gang banging, hold on, that's the poet. The principle you serve is the principle you servicing in gang banging is against the rules, right? That was me. I was against the rules. So if you want to say that I'm Satan or whatever, I don't give a fuck. I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why I'm here. So say what you want. I don't give a fuck. How about that? Right? Alright? Nah. Jason Morris, they are just trying to steal your energy. Hey, look, trust me, I know. I've been going live on this channel, bro, ever since I started this shit. You know, videos, shorts, everything. I've been getting a lot of hate. You know, I get a lot of people that agree with me, and then I get a lot of people that hate. When I came into this space, I already knew what it was coming with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna agree with you, and I understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's why I come with my content. You know what I'm saying? It's either you like it or you don't, because I speak real. I don't come on here to try and serenade nobody. You know what I'm saying? Make anybody feel like, yeah, this is that, this that's that. Whoa. I'm just here for the people that can understand who I am and can understand where I'm coming from with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know that they try and get some energy, but it's all satire. You know, I ain't tripping, man. I know how this shit go. How about that? You know, my dog Jason Moore. So I was just clearing that up. You know, but anyway, let's get back to the comments. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all got something to say. And we gonna get back to the video. But let's jump in the comments. That's what a live is for. You know what I'm saying? How about that? All right? Chip Wilson, that was gibberish. Fine. I didn't say that voice. I didn't say that voice recognition did. I don't know. Laugh out loud, stay blessed. Fine. And I will, you know. Anyway, back to it, right? So, I don't even remember where the fuck I left off at. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Let's try and catch it up a little bit, right? So again, with the whole war and all that, right? We needed somebody in office to step up and be a man. And that's exactly what Trump doing. He's stepping up, he being a man. You know what I'm saying? When Iran been posing this war, Iran been on it 20 plus 30 years ago. Iran been on it. Iran never liked us. You know what I'm saying? You do your research on Trump and all of that, you will understand that Iran was trying to assassinate Trump twice before. They've been trying to get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't happen. Trump got dog first. And now the whole country, why we starting a war with them? Why we going to war with them? What is going on? What is Trump on? Blah, 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 blah. Bro, Iran never liked this. Never. They are a wild country. You know what I'm saying? They like wild animals. Real talk. They strap bombs to themselves. They strap bombs to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Kill everybody in the vicinity. To their own kids. That's a wild animal. If you want to rock with people like that, that's on you. They don't even give a fuck about their own offsprings. How is it that you sit up here trying to defend a culture like that don't even care about their own offsprings? They will send a 4-year-old child with a bomb on their chest to walk up on you and say, hey, I need some help. And then 3 seconds later, boom, blow up everybody and everything in that whole vicinity. You want to support that? Then you got mental problems. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm about that. Okay. Now you sound stupid. Trump is not the man we need. Jesus is coming back. All right, you know, believe what you want, you know. Again, I didn't listen. I got 1.2 thousand videos on this channel. What I'm speaking on is nothing new. I'm not speaking on nothing new, nothing changed, none of that. I've been saying this since I first started this channel. I've been saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can say I'm brainwashed and all of that. You can say what you want. I've been saying this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a realist. Again, I'm a street nigga. I'm not no politician. I'm not involved in nothing that they got going on. I don't even know nothing about the political parties. I'm not even a political nigga. I just go off of what the fuck is going on. And what's going on is that, again, somebody like Obama funded them. Way back when they been attacked us. They've been attacking us for a long time. It's just that 9/11 is something that we all can relate to, right? Iran never liked this. They never ran with the country. They never fucked with us. None of that. This is a well-known fact. They don't like us. A lot of countries do not like us. But I'm about to get into that, right? So stay tuned. So anyway, like I said, Obama funded them $1.7 billion. You can say I'm brainwashed all you want. I go off facts. So you can go ahead and check the facts. Obama funded them damn near $2 billion. When they declared war on us, they wanted to smoke with us. Obama said, no, here you go. You go $2 billion. We gonna take that from the American people that need the funding, that need the resources, that's losing their homes, that can't pay their bills, that don't know how they gonna eat. Yeah, we gonna take that from them and fund that to y'all so we don't have a war. If that's what you into, your business, you the one brainwashed. Because again, I come from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? If we got beef with somebody, we gonna handle that. We not calling no truce. We not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? We no money came from Israel. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all have it in the comments, man. But again, these are facts. Obama funded the money to Iran, bro. Whatever y'all talking about, Obama funded the money, bro. That's just flat out. There's nothing to go around it. You can say whatever you want. Obama funded the money, bro. Flat out. And since we there, let's go ahead and turn it up a notch, right? So, like I said, after Obama got out of office, and boom, we get Trump, right? We got Trump from 2016 to 2020, right? The COVID hit, boom, everybody blamed Trump for the COVID, right? I'm not no Trump supporter. I never in my life voted, none of that. I'm not one of them. I'm a real street nigga. Like I said, I'm just not stupid, right? So anyway, Trump getting office. This COVID shit happened. Everybody trying to blame Trump for COVID, right? Okay, I broke all that down. Let's keep it moving, right? Biden pop up on the scene. He next in line, right? Now he running against Trump. He's a Democrat running against a Republican. America is known to have Democrats in office anyway, right? So for us to get a Republican, which was Trump, which was an upset for the whole damn country, because we used to having Democrats. Us as black people, we was trained that Democrats is for the black people, when it's not. That shit is cap, big cap. You know what I'm saying? You ask me, they all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is for the people that believe in splits and all of that type of shit, right? Democrats ain't for us. And I'm about to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. How about that? So anyway, Biden wins, right? Biden get in office. What the fuck did Biden do? He went to sleep on us for 4 years straight. How about that? Y'all remember that, right? Y'all all voted for Biden. Y'all wanted Biden to get in the office, and he better than Trump, and he gonna offset everything Trump did, and Trump did the COVID, and blah, 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 right? So Biden old ass get in office, right? Hold on. They are the same people, man. Different sides of the coin. They had the same agenda. Boom. Boom. Didn't I just say that? I just said that before I read your comment. They all the same people. You know what I'm saying? How about that? That's real shit. They all the same people. Look, let me tell you something, right? To be honest, 100%, the president don't call the shots. It's the congressmen. It's all the dependents behind them that run the shit. The president is just the face of it. The president is just the one that step up to the podium and tell the world what's going on. To be for real, we gonna keep it a band. The president is just the face of the country. The president do not call the shots. So while everybody mad at Trump or Biden, Harris, whoever, they not the ones that call the shots. They are the ones that just speak for the country. They are the face of the country. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Now, let's bag it up a little bit. So, Black Wolf, tap in, tap the fuck in. How about that? Y'all let us be tweaking, bro. Y'all think I don't know nothing because I'm a Detroit nigga from the west side of 7 Mile and all that. Yeah, blah, 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 right? But I ain't no dummy. How about that, right? So let's get back into it. So, when Trump lost to Biden, right? Biden got in office, right? What did Biden do? He said all these policies, how everything gonna change, and whatever Trump was doing was all a lie. He gonna unveil it, blah, 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 blah. What did Biden do, bro? How about that? Let's go for it. What did Biden do? How about that? Biden went to sleep. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe went to sleep on us for 4 years. How about that? Right? Am I lying? Biden ain't do shit for us. Grocery prices was through the roof. Gas prices was through the roof. Living prices was through the roof. Everything you could name was through the roof. under Biden Harris administration, right? Why was that, Mr. Roll Up? Because they was letting all the immigrants in this country, when our whole policy was to keep them out of our country. That's what the fucking wall was. But guess what? Biden Harris administration went against that shit. They was letting all them people come on, come on, come on, come on. We want y'all. Yeah, this is America. This is a free country. Come over here. Make all the money you want. Be free. Get away from your dictatorship that's, taking y'all down, and come over here. That was the Biden Harris administration, man. Y'all forgot? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. That's why I be saying y'all be tweaking, bro. Y'all ass cat, bro. How about that? Alright? Biden shitted his pants to bro. Real shit. How about that? Never gave a stimulus either before he left, after he messed up everything. Legal immigrants. Poor people wear hoodies indoors. Okay. Let me address all these past couple comments. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. Alright. So, even though I kind of brushed past this, but let's go back since somebody had something to say. D-Line University, right? You said he never gave a stimulus before he left after he messed up everything, right? This wasn't about a stimulus, bro. This was about our country being under attack by a virus. Y'all talking about a damn stimulus check. When, you know what? Since we gonna go there, let's go there, right? When Obama was in office, bro, everybody was broke. Everybody was broke. It was a recession. Do y'all remember that? Under the Obama, whoever the fuck he had running with him, bro, it was a fucking recession. Everybody was fucked up. So many people was getting killed. So many people was getting robbed. So many people had to close down their businesses. It was a lot of shit going on with Obama being in office, bro. Let's be for real. If y'all gonna do all that, we had a recession. And this recession happened because Obama was funding these other countries and these immigrants. He wasn't funding us. He was funding other motherfuckers so that we wouldn't have smoke with them. At the same time, praising the whole LGBTQ community. If y'all want to do all that, talking about a stimulus, like, what the fuck is a stimulus? Like, we've been getting raped of our resources way before Trump came into office. Let's just keep it a band. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Hold on. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. You don't even know how the system works. Guarantee you that. Hey, look. Say what you want, man. Again, I spoke 100% real. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how the system works. Are you a system employee? I guarantee you're not. Because if you wouldn't be in my comments right now. So, fuck what you talking about. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Poor people wear hoodies indoors. Call it what you want, bro. Ain't nobody worried about you. I ride around in Italian foreigns every day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that know me know what type of whips I be in, where I be at, and what I do. You talking about a damn hoodie is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you can have it. Again, people that know me know I be out here and I be in shit. I be in $100,000 cars every day. And I switch cars by the second. You know what I'm saying? How about that? I got something new coming up. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Nah, let's keep it moving. That's my point. We should have at least got $500 for the hell he put the country through. That's my point. You gave a stimulus at least to say, hey, man, I messed this up. Here you go. You know what? I get what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, right? But again, let's be real. Again, 2020, everybody got money. Everybody was rich in 2020. Everybody had money. Regardless of a stimulus or any of that, everybody had money, bro. That's real shit. Everybody was up. It was seafood boils everywhere. It was 1942 getting popped left and right. It was Kush by the zone. Let's stop the cap. You know what I'm saying? 2020 was a great year for everybody. Let's stop the cap, bro. Let's be honest. A lot of people came up in 2020. A lot of people that never had nothing in their life came up in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So fuck the stimulus. It was a lot of people that was making their way because of what happened during 2020. Because Trump was kicking out PPP loans, unemployment, um, all these programs and shit that was going on. It was a lot of money flying around in 2020. A whole lot. I know that for sure. Why? Because I was out here. I was doing third party in between that time. Now my car business, selling cars and shit, that shit was dead. Be for real, that's when my car business died at that time. Yes, I took a loss on it because everybody had to be in the house. But guess what? Everything else turned up. That's just what a real hustler do. A real hustler gonna keep it moving. Hey, switch hustle. Something else going on. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here not working right now. Do something else. You know what I'm saying? So my whole car business game was done for. But shit like DoorDash and all this shit was popping at that time because everybody was in the house. I was outside. DoorDash. Put your order on your porch. No mask, none of that. And that was the mandate to have a mask on. I didn't wear a mask through the whole I did not wear a mask through the whole pandemic. The only things that was really closed was like bars and like clubs, you know, for you to go dance around, all that shit. Everything else pretty much was open. It was just social distance, wear your mask, boom, right? Let's keep it 100 if we gonna do all that. And again, the money was flying around. Everybody had money. Everybody. Ask the brokest motherfucker that you know right now. Go ask them what they was doing in 2020. They gonna tell you, hey man, it was seafood boils, parties popping there. Like motherfuckers had money. Everybody had Trump gave everybody money during the pandemic. Let's be for real. Stop lying. Stop lying. Everybody had it. And not only was it 2020, everybody had it from like 2020 to like 2022. To be for real, people had money for like 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of people didn't invest their money. They was just blowing it, you know, smoking, drinking, partying, you know what I'm saying? And then you had a lot of people that did invest their money. Think about all the people in 2020 that got their money and they invested in the business. And now they are successful now. Let's talk about that. Y'all want to get talking about Trump and what happened with all that? Let's be for real, bro. A lot of people came up during that time. A lot of these people that y'all see that got businesses right now, they got their businesses during the pandemic. And they got funded by the government. It wasn't something that they came up with. They got funded by the government during the whole process of COVID. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Nah, let's get back to the comments. You arguing with a person that's not arguing with you. I don't know what's going on here. If you ain't arguing with me, then why the fuck is you in my comments? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You ready for spring roses and all my flowers are sprouting. Spring has sprung. I'm out. God bless you. You probably argue with everybody. Get well soon. Hey, you know what? The thing is, you gonna have so many people, you know, voting for this side and riding with this side, and you gonna have so many people going with this side, voting for that side. I'm not here to oppress none of that. I'm just here to speak on what it is that I see and what I know of. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta believe in me, none of that. That's understood, man. That's the internet, you know. I'm just saying what the fuck is going on, right? Roddy Day, what's up, clown? What's the deal? You on my channel, I ain't on yours. So what the fuck is you talking about? Anyway, like I said, so with the whole pandemic, everybody had money. Everybody was living lavish. Everybody knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Back in that time, all of us was talking like, hey, we need to save this money. We need to invest in this and that because it ain't gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's just going on right now. Everybody went with it. You know what I'm saying? So some people was just about spending the money. Some people was about investing it. It was what it was. And now here you go, 2026. You got a bunch of broke people trying to blame Trump for what happened. And then you got a bunch of people that did invest their money and they mouth closed. They ain't saying shit. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Speak to me with respect. Nigga, I don't know you. Who the fuck is you? Fuck is you talking about? You came after the right one, bro. Your ass tweaking, man. What is you talking about? Speak to you with respect. You came at me calling me a clown. What is you talking about? But this is why I don't pay attention to you fucking 10-year-olds in the comments that be saying dumb shit. Cause real grown people that's really trying to find out what's going on don't be saying shit like that. So you can have that shit. Gothic slam. Watch your mouth. Or what? You gonna do something to me? I mean, really, you gonna do something to me, Mr. Roll Up? Let's be for real. You mad at me because I'm speaking my political views, so you gonna do something to me? I mean, what? What are you talking about? Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. What happened to my brother? I'm Joseph from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm just speaking. That's all. What you mean? Oh, all this about Trump and Iran versus USA, man. I ain't even got through the whole damn video, and there's people all in the comments talking crazy, but I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own views and things like that, but trying to call me out and all that, like, bro, you don't know me. Don't do that. Not do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real Detroit nigga. Don't do that. But anyway, you don't need to know me. Watch your tongue. Okay, you got it. Like I said, if you got smoke with me, holler at me for real. You know what I'm saying? You could jump in my DMs, you could drop your number, whatever. Like all of that internet shit, I don't do that internet shit. So moving on. Got the slam. No, I'm enjoying the talk. It's just swearing. Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, I'm just saying, yeah, Jason, man, these trolls, yeah, man, they be trolling, bro. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from a time and era like when we really did that shit. We ain't do all that internet shit. That's why I be telling niggas like y'all niggas in my comments, bro. I let me, man. Like, well, we don't gotta do all that internet shit. Like, I'm one of them for real. I ain't with all that internet shit. I'm not about to put everything on the internet. What's going on? What we doing? Where we at? I'm not doing all that. If you really got a problem with me, bro, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? That's just real nigga shit. Real for real. You know. But anyway, let's get back to it. Right? You right, little bro. Damn, you call me little bro? That's crazy. But all right, OG. His name OG, so I give you that. All right, you feel me? How about that? Now, let's get back to it. So, like I was saying, everybody had money during the pandemic. Everybody had it, right? Everybody was up. Everybody. I remember that time. Everybody had it. You know what I'm saying? It was just that a lot of people didn't invest their money in the right fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody want to blame Trump for the whole COVID shit. But when nobody saying nothing when Trump was handing that money out. Ain't nobody said nothing then. Everybody was collecting that money and everybody was spending it. When everybody went broke, that's when everybody tried to blame Trump for everything. Again, I'm just one of the guys that was there that knew what was going on. Funny thing about me is I ain't get none of that pandemic money. None of it. How about that? All my money was straight hustle. I just seen everybody else getting government assistance and everybody was living. I seen women that had 10 kids and never had nothing. Literally. And when the pandemic hit, them bitches was past everybody in the hood. They was taking trips out to Dubai, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking bridge card had $4,000 on it, all type of shit. They was feeding the hood, all that. I mean, bitches that never had nothing. But when the pandemic hit, they was past everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's not, what can I say? That's not the people's fault. That's not Trump's fault. What happened to the money? That was people's fault. What happened to the money? People didn't spend that money wisely. That's not nobody's fault. That's your fault that you didn't spend that money wisely. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? And also speaking with that, with all these other presidents that we had, ain't none of them kick out no money for nothing. Again, what did I start this out with? Obama. Obama's supposed to be bringing us reparations, um, peace, you know what I'm saying? Businesses, more money, more jobs. Trump was supposed to bring all of it as a black man. I mean, damn, not Trump. Obama was supposed to bring all that as a black man. None of that shit happened. Nothing. He didn't kick out a dollar to us, not one. And he was in there for 2 terms, back to back. Name $1 that Obama gave you. Name one. I'm waiting. While y'all are in the comments saying I'm a goofy and all this shit, tell me what dollar Obama gave y'all. Exactly. He didn't. But y'all all backing him because he's a black man. When, like I said before, he's not a black man. He got a percentage of black in him. Black people, we know who a black person is. Obama is not a black person, bro. I've been on it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to it, right? You look like the type to run his mouth too much and run the other way. Hey, you know, whatever, man. Say what you want, bro. Again, this channel ain't nothing new, right? I done been here almost 2 years, right? Almost 2 years, right? Damn near every video that I post, my face is on it. I done made plenty of videos about the hood, where I'm from, the people I grew up with. I done dropped names. I done said this, I done said that. So if you feel like I'm the type of person that say something and run, it's crazy when I plaster my face on the internet and I name drop. You know what I'm saying? So you can say what you want. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. This is real rap. Your ass is cap. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you is, Roddy, Dial, or whatever, your ass cap, bro. You just on here because you mad that I'm not agreeing with the type of shit you on. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have disagreements. You know what I'm saying? We ain't robots. Everybody feel they type of way. But trying to discredit me is crazy, though. That's all I'm saying. How about that? Nah. I think Kamala would be the best president ever. Just kidding. I like that hoodie. Hey, my nigga, appreciate it. Yeah, a little Nike jog, you know. But anyway, let's just keep it a band, man. Like I was saying about the whole COVID mess going on, right? It was definitely a mess. It was. But again, everybody was up. Everybody had money. Everybody was living life. Wasn't nobody complaining. Only thing people was complaining about was people that was dying. And the people that was dying was people that didn't have the immune system to make it through that time. Just look at yourself. Look at everybody that you around. We all made it through COVID. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't even have strong immune systems like others. It was just that it was a certain how can I put it? It was just a certain amount of people that had to go from that. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. Now, since we there, let's bag it up, right? So let's talk about all the diseases we didn't have before COVID. Yo, man, I like you. I'ma head out. Keep it real. My nigga, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Jason Morris, you that guy, bro. I promise you. You got the haters for real. Hey, you know, look, man, I already knew this topic was going to bring a whole lot of controversy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got something to talk about because, like I said, I know what the fuck going on. I ain't no political motherfucker. I'm just not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's oppressed to it and things like that, that's fine. But I'm going to bring y'all the face. That's why I break everything down. You know what I'm saying? All right. So like I said, let's bag it up. Let's go back. Since we gonna talk about COVID and how many people we lost since then, let's bag it up. Let's go back to the old days. Let's go back to the early 2000s. So a time frame that I know about. I'm not gonna speak on the 1800s, the 1700s, all the times that I wasn't here. I'm gonna speak on the times that I was here, right? The early 2000s, right? I'm a young teenager. What all happened in my time frame? And all y'all that was here, y'all know, right? You had anthrax, you had West Nile, you had mad cow, you had Ebola. We had multiple other shit going on. But them four right there, them the four that I could think of just off the top. You know what I'm saying? All of those was like pretty much airborne diseases that ain't nobody talking about. That we had a whole nother president in office for. Ain't nobody speaking on that. I don't know who the fuck the president was. Like I said, I freestyle. I don't pre-write nothing. You know what I'm saying? But whoever the president was back in that time, why y'all not speaking on that president? Those presidents for all the diseases that we had before COVID and all of that, right? Why y'all ain't speaking on none of that shit? Anthrax. Let's just speak on anthrax, right? Anthrax was a powdery substance that was in your mail. It was a point in time you couldn't even open your mail, let alone go outside with a mask on, 6 feet distance, stay away from this person, stay away from that person, right? Before all that, you couldn't even open your mail because anthrax was killing people. You open your mail and that powdery substance was in there, you was done for. People were scared to open their mail. I was a youngin' back then. And that was back in the time frame when anthrax was out here. I mean, damn, that was the time frame when 9/11 was going on, when the Iranians was attacking us. Then they started putting that powdery substance in our mail. They been on us. They been on. This ain't nothing new. They been on us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ass tweaking. There's nothing new under the sun. Flat out. How about that? Irma Stewart. How about that? That's real shit. This shit been going on. We been having diseases. Things been going. People been getting killed off. Look, let me tell y'all something about that, right? Do you understand that when the world population get to, how can I say, so big and it be so many people, they come up with a disease that kill off so many of us. It's a world population thing. Is we can't have too many people here at the same time. Follow these. I don't know what the population limit is, but once we pass the population limit, they come out with a disease that kill off so many of us. That's just how life works. You know what I'm saying? We can't overpopulate the world. That's just what it is, right? So with the anthrax, the mad cow, all of this shit, those were diseases just to kill off so many people because the world was overpopulated. Take it how you want. You know what I'm saying? Ricky, stop begging. What am I begging for, bro? What are you talking about? That be that cap ass motherfuckers in the comments, but I gotta address you, right? Because I'm the type of nigga that never beg my audience for nothing. I don't beg y'all for nothing. I never, not one time, tell y'all to subscribe. I don't tell y'all to like my videos. I don't tell y'all to comment. I don't tell y'all to follow me. I don't tell y'all watch this next video. I don't say nothing to my audience. All I do, I say, hey, get your blunts rolled, drain pour it, and I get talking my shit. And then when I close it out, I say the same thing. Get your blunts rolled, drain pour it, and that's it. So what you talking about me begging is crazy. Like, bitch, I'm my own hustler. I've been hustling since I was 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been it. You know, this shit right here, be honest, this whole YouTube thing, let me keep it a buck since we been there, right? This shit just fun to me. I don't get paid off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I got 600,000 views on this channel. I got fucking like 10,000 views. Damn, I got like 10,000 hours worth of watch time. You know what I'm saying? I meet the subscriber platform for the channel. I meet all the standards, and I still don't get paid for this shit. And I'm not pressed for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I don't. Real shit. This is just, a fun time for me, to be honest. You know? So the begging is crazy. How about that? Terry Brown hustle them Clippers. Where they need to get hustled at? I got all my hair, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't time at all. I might not be the best at angling my shit to make my shit look like a perfect lineup or anything like that, but I got all of mine, you know what I'm saying? So for all y'all that jump in the comments and say stupid shit, man, I got to come back because y'all ass be tweaking, bro. I don't do this for no check. This shit just free ball to me. You know what I'm saying? After this, I'm going to go hop in that foreign. I'm going to pull off and I'm going to be in the city somewhere uploading shorts for y'all. How about that? Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. Nah. Anyway, back to it. So, like I said, over the time, we had all of these fucking diseases. Ain't nobody said nothing about none of that. Y'all wait till Trump get in office. And to be honest, what I think it is I think that a lot of people is mad at the fact that it's not a black man in office no more. It's a fully white man. And they feel like the fully white man is about to tear us down, make this a dictatorship, blah, 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 blah. I think that's why a lot of people don't like Trump. But I'm going to tell you this. I never been a Trump supporter or none of that. But I will say this. I do like this about Trump. When he get in office, he gets straight to it. He don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? His first day in office, he got the deporting shit. First day. You can't name not one president that did it. Not one. Soon as he came in this bitch, he got the, all y'all, get the fuck up out of here. Now, a lot of y'all might be mad about that. Why is he deporting all of these people? Woo, woo. They came over here for a better life. Woo, 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 right? All that is nice and cool, too. I felt the same way, right? Leave them people alone. Let them come over here. Let them make some money. Let them, cool. I didn't have a problem with them. But when they got over here and our resources started dropping, everything about the American soil started dropping. That's what I started paying attention to. I'm like, damn, we fucked up out here. Don't nobody got no money. Don't nobody got no job. Everybody getting fired. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, the same gas stations I go to get me a shot of coffee in the morning, start my day, whoop-de-whoop. It's fucking 15 Mexicans in that bitch. Ordering up every damn thing, taking everything, they jumping in their trucks and they going to their sites. That was cool with me too. But again, it was a difference in the resource. The resource started declining. For not just me, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't get government assistance on no level. I hustle for every dollar I get. So I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? It was just that the people that I'm around, right? So everybody noticing the decline, right? I'm like, damn, where is this coming from? And I just started paying attention to the immigrants. It was more and more and more of them popping up, taking over shit. There you have it. That's where our resources went to. It went to all of these immigrants that came into our country, that was doing cartwheels over the fucking border, all of that. Them people. You know what I'm saying? Hillbilly hell ride. I'm noticing a massive decline in intelligence in the average man. There you go. Whatever. I've been on here damn near 2 hours explaining this. If you feel like what I'm saying is a massive decline, that's your problem. But I'm breaking all this shit down to a T. How about that? Nah. And I'm not even a political motherfucker. And I still know right from wrong. So if you see anything different, that's your problem. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm noticing the difference in our resources. Everybody going broke. Don't nobody got nothing. We not giving up nothing. Like everything just being fucked up, right? And I'm paying attention to the immigrants that's over here, that's taking over. Now look, again, they coming over here, they working. You know what I'm saying? They doing their motherfucking thing. I'm not gonna take that from them. Yes, they came over here, they put their work in, they did what they were supposed to do. I'm not taking that from them. My point is that they came and took our resources. That's the point that I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? They came and took our shit in our own country. No matter how lazy we is, what we don't want to do, none of that. This is for us. You know what I'm saying? Make the American people work for what we got. Don't bring in a whole nother country and this country, that country to come over here and take over our resources. Like, no, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we mean when we say America got our own problems. We got our own problems. If we got too many lazy people over here, put something in line to make their ass go get some money or do something. You know what I'm saying? That's not what was going on under the Democratic Party. They said, hey, you people don't want to work? Cool. We gonna bring in new people to take over y'all shit. And that's what happened. That was the problem. And this is why we got such a big dilemma going on that a lot of people not paying attention to. It was because since we didn't want to take our power back because we got too lazy with the internet, the phones, the technology, blah, 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 blah. We got so lazy with all this shit. You can make money off your phone. You don't got to leave the house. We got so lazy with that shit, right? That a lot of us quit our jobs. We're like, man, fuck that. We're not going back to work. I can make $100 right now off my phone. Why would I go to work? It was a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? And this is why a lot of the American people got lazy because it was so easy to make money off your own damn phone. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So they started bringing in the immigrants to replace us that didn't want to work them type of jobs and things like that. That's the problem. It ain't our fault that this technology was brought to us. That's not our fault. This is just the way of the world. We just utilized it. And what can you say, the congressmen or whatever, they didn't like the way how we utilized the technology that we got. So they brought in a whole force of poverty people that didn't have the technology that we had. And that's why they came in here and they took over what we had got going on. Take it how you want. But that's what it was. And again, I'm not opposed to the immigrants coming in here working. I'm not opposed to that. What I'm opposed to is that them taking our resources because this is our soil. This is what we work for. Regardless if we got lazy for it, this is ours. Just like if you go to their country, that's their resources. Us as Americans, we can't go to their country and just say, hey, yeah, we need this, we need that, blah, 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 and they just gonna give it to us. It ain't gonna happen. They'll lock us up before they just give us all their resources and let us take over their country. But that's what was going on over here in America. We was letting them immigrants come over here and take over our resources. That's the problem. And that's why everybody started going broke. So now you got the Americans tanking because people like the Biden-Harris administration was letting these immigrants come over here and just do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Again, I'm not opposed to that because a lot of them came over here, they put their work in. Straight up. I'm not opposed to that. But I'm opposed to the people like from Venezuela. All of them gangbangers and shit that came from that country. What was they doing? They came over here. They started taking over apartment complexes. They was in Chicago gang banging with the GDs, the BDs, all of that. They started calling themselves the VDs, the Venezuelan disciples. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit got real. They run around chasing people with machetes. You know what I'm saying? They kidnapping people. They raping motherfuckers. All of this going on here in our country. Do your research. These are from the immigrants that the Biden-Harris administration led over here. They was coming over here, and that's what they was doing in our country. And at the same time, they was taking our resources. And all of this was going under the whole political party that none of us had nothing to do with. This is what the fuck was going on. It is what it is. Ghost Rain, fix your mouth, fix your you first. Those are the young guys that represent the black community. Hey, you right. I ain't opposed to that. But I'm speaking on us as a country. We all took a loss behind this. This just wasn't the black community. This wasn't the hood. This wasn't rappers. This wasn't certain people. This was the whole community. Everybody been speaking out on how the country is going broke. Think about all the construction workers, demolition workers, everybody that's in the independent contractor field. They've been speaking out saying how all the Mexicans came over here and took all the contracting jobs. They took everything from um hard working independent contractors that get up and go to work and do their job vividly every day. The Mexicans was coming over here taking the resources from our hard working Americans because they was doing it for cheaper. If our Americans was charging $10 an hour for whatever the service was, the Mexicans were doing it for $5 an hour. You want to speak on that? They was ducking our prices because in their country they work for nothing. So to come over here and work for $5 an hour was a lot of money to them. And they gonna get the job done twice as fast as us because that's what they do. We don't do that. That's just what we taught to do. They've been doing that since birth. That's just who they is and what they know. So hard work is not hard work to them. Hard work is just regular work. You know what I'm saying? Hard work to us is like, damn, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. To them, that's easy. That's what they do on a regular. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just the whole fake of the dynamics that they came into our country to take over our resources with their work bound. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Don't forget this country is still based on skin color. That has never changed. Blacks and whites always been close since the 1800s. Look, right? I can't really go in on it, you know. I'm gonna just say this, man. Because I ain't gonna make this no race war or none of that because I'm not no racial person. I love white people. I do. Y'all know that. Especially white trash. Them my favorite type of people in the world. Besides black people, of course. White trash, them my favorite people. You know, so we not about to make this live about no black versus white or none of that type of shit. Skin color or none of that, right? Again, my point is that the resources was drained from us due to the immigration crisis that happened in our country. And most of it happened under the Biden Harris administration. So now that we on that, let's get back to it, right? So like I said, Sleepy Joe, he went to sleep for 4 years straight, right? He gone. He ain't our president. He was just in position, right? So when it came down to it, right before it was time for re-election, what he do? That nigga went all the way to sleep on TV. Not only was he doing it behind camera, now he on camera. Going to sleep on it. Peace out. So what happened? All the people like, hey, Biden, you got to step down. Let Kamala take your let Kamala take your space. All this shit was planned. It was all set up because they knew Biden wasn't gonna win a second term with Trump because Biden didn't do nothing his first term. So they knew Biden wasn't gonna win the second term. So Biden went to sleep on this the whole time. Okay, let Kamala step up and take over things. So that was the plan. Let Kamala step in and let her take over. Let her be the president. Let her win the election, right? Because she's a black woman. But as we know, she ain't no black woman. Again, black people, we know black people. Kamala, Obama, they not black people. But because our people wanted to see such a change that we was willing to take on a half breed, a percentage of the breed. We was willing to take that on. That way it wouldn't be a full-blown white person, a full-blown Mexican person, a full-blown Asian person. If they got at least 5% black in them, that's who we gonna go with. And that's what happened with the whole Kamala Harris situation. So when Biden stepped down because he was asleep, Kamala stepped up. Before I go any further, I made a video about this when I first started YouTube. Again, I've been on YouTube damn near 2 years, right? One of my first videos I made about this. So don't try and say, oh, since Trump in office and he doing this and this, you riding with him now. No. I made a video about this whole thing before Trump even got in office. So y'all can go check it out. I've been said, no, Kamala, she not fit to be a president. None of that. We need Trump. Go check it out. Y'all think I'm capping. It's literally probably like my second or third video that I made. So go check it out. Y'all think I'm capping. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? How about that? So with Biden stepping down and Kamala stepping up, right? Kamala did an interview. And in the interview, they asked her about the border. As y'all know, Kamala's job as a vice president, her only one and only job, her one and only job was to secure the border. Guess what? She didn't do it. And she got called out on an interview. And when she got called out, what did she say? Y'all know. She said something like, I never been to Paris, let alone been to the border. Like, she made a joke out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, this is your job. You was supposed to went down there and made sure that them people didn't cross that line. But she made a joke out of it. Like, I ain't even been here. So let alone been to the border. Ha, ha, ha. She laughed at us. And everybody took that shit as a joke. And we see the outcome of her not going down there securing her job. We got millions of immigrants here in our country, destroying this country and taking our resources. And it was all behind the Biden-Harris administration. Now, a lot of shit was going on before that, but I'm just speaking on the time frame that they was in office. Biden was asleep. Kamala opened the door for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Because she's an immigrant her goddamn self. How about that? So, yes, she was bringing all her people in. Y'all, come on in. Yeah. We're going to let all y'all take over, right? Didn't happen. Why is that? Because the people that y'all know of that y'all thought was going to vote for Kamala and thought Kamala was going to win, it was a lot of people behind the shadows that was closed mouth. Hell no, we not voting for her. We know what she going to do to this country. And they overpowered the whole voting process. And that is exactly why Trump won over her. Everybody was in an uproar about that. They was mad the first time Trump won. They mad the second time Trump won. Trump got back in the office. What did he do first day being back in office? What did he do? Let me read this comment. I'm going to see if y'all jump in the comments and tell me what did Trump do his first day in office, right? Okay, so let's get back to it. Don't forget this country is still based on skin color, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I read that one. That's where you guys are based your ideology on. I'm sorry you guys had endured that bullshit. Hey, I'm just keeping it real. Again, I've been on live over 2 hours. I've been breaking all this shit down verbatim. I'm not picking no sides. I ain't doing nothing. I'm speaking exactly how everything unfolded. From the whole Obama gas station before he won, all the way up to now. I'm not picking no sides. I'm just being real, right? All right. Close the border. Michael Johnson, real shit. How about that? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. And that's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Kamala's job was to secure it. And she didn't. Not only she didn't secure it, she didn't even go down there. So that was letting us know that she was telling all the immigrants, hey, come over here. We got space for y'all. We got resources. We got everything for y'all. Come over here. Can you imagine if she would have won? Can you imagine if she would have won? She openly admitted on an interview that she did not secure the border, which is her one and only job as a vice president. What the fuck you think she would have did as a whole president? Since y'all riding that wave, tell me something. She couldn't do her one job. How you think she was going to secure the whole country? Oh, okay. So anyway, like I was saying, Trump's first day in office for a second term, what did he do? He got to deport and shit instantly. Get all their ass up out of here. Number one, when he got to deport and shit, let's be real. Didn't y'all feel a sense of relief? Didn't y'all feel like them bills that y'all got start coming up? They start like leveling down on you. Like the bills start getting lighter on you. Let's be real. Why is that? Because again, all of them people that got deported was taking our resources. If y'all remember, it was a lot of bloggers doing reports on these immigrants and what they was getting monthly in government assistance. It was a report one time that a woman was in a grocery store, right? She was behind like a Muslim woman or some shit, an immigrant, right? The immigrant woman, she paid for all her items, all of that, boom, she left. She left without getting a receipt. So the woman behind her slid up next to get her groceries, right? When she got her groceries, the receipt, came out the little chip reader thing, right? She looked at the receipt. It was for the previous woman, the immigrant. She looked at the receipt. It said she had over $12,000 in EBT, and she had $10,000 in cash. That was over 20 bands for an immigrant that don't got no ID, that don't got no green card, that's not legal here, none of that. She got over 20 bands on chill for whatever. How many of you Americans got 20 bands on chill? And we got immigrants that don't even got a fucking green card here that got that kind of shit. Yes, the immigrants was sucking up our resources. And this is what Trump was on. So as soon as he got in office, get their ass up out of here. They taking up all our shit. Everything we got. And ain't nobody doing nothing. They here raping our people. They kidnapping shit. They taking over apartment complexes. They chasing people with weapons. Dog, them immigrants came over here acting a fool. Again, we had a lot of them that came, sat down, did what they was supposed to do. And we had a lot of them that was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Trump got right to it. People ain't like that. Why you deporting all these people? They was taking our resources. What are you talking about? Y'all didn't get hit behind that? What is you on? Jason Moore, they should have let me be the president. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Tap the fuck in. Man, it's been a lot with this shit, bro. It's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? But fast forward all that. I just had to break all that down real quick, right? So now let's get to today's time, right? So now we at war with Iran right now, right? You know what? Y'all know what the fuck going on with all that. So I'm gonna just play this little video real quick. I want y'all to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all what the fuck I gotta say on it. How about that?
A new video released by the Pentagon overnight shows U.S. strikes destroying Iranian missile launchers. Now, this comes as President Donald Trump says that the war on Iran is winding down now, telling CBS News in a phone interview, quote, "The war is very complete." But new from overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying in Hebrew that military action is not over. Translated in English, quote, "We are breaking their bones and there is more to come." Well, it has now been 11 days since Operation Epic Fury began. And in his press conference last night, the president also said that the war was necessary. That's because he believes Iran was on the verge of attacking U.S. allies.
They were going to take over the Middle East. If we did not hit them, they had thousands and thousands of missiles and everything else. Most are now destroyed. But they were going to take over the Middle East. Those weapons were aimed at Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this.
And one of those countries was Saudi Arabia. That's where Army Sergeant Benjamin Pennington died after being wounded during an attack. Vice President J.D. Vance attended the dignified transfer of the 7th U.S. service member killed during the war.
All right. Now y'all heard that, right? So let's start with the soldiers, right? So far, out of this whole war that's been going on for what, 2 weeks now, we only lost what they said 7 or 9 soldiers. I know y'all might be like, hey, that's too many, but guess what? That's what happened in the war. So many people gonna die. It's gonna happen. Um, to be honest, that's a good number. We didn't lose that many people. We only lost a handful of people during this whole war. But you heard what he said. Hold on, before I go into Trump, let's talk about the war and signing up and all that, right? Let's be honest. A lot of these people that die in these wars and things like that, they sign up for this shit. This is what they go into. They want to protect and serve the country. They want to get insurance out of, being combative and all of that type of stuff, being involved with the military services and things like that. A lot of people that go into that shit, that's what they think. They're like, hey, I can go ahead and sign up for this war and I'm going to be taken care of for the rest of my life. They don't think about, hey, I could die over here. They just think about the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. All right? Nah. So out of this whole war for the past 2 weeks, we only lost a handful of soldiers. Think about the verses on them. How much has they lost? They lost damn near their whole country. You heard what Trump just said. Hey, this war about over with in 2 weeks. He said this shit about over with. We done took out all their main missiles, everything that they was aiming at the Middle East. They was trying to take out a whole fucking line of people that didn't have nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And Trump stopped that shit. Why ain't nobody sharing that? Why ain't nobody talking about that? They was trying to take out a whole line of people that didn't have nothing to do with this. I said this in the beginning. They are wild animals. They need to be put down. And this goes back to the 9/11 days. Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, like they been on us. You know what I'm saying? They wild animals. They don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not opposed to Trump bombing the shit out their ass. Get their ass out the way. Fuck them. They never like this. You know what I'm saying? And you got a motherfucker like Obama that's being exposed to where he sent them a pallet of money, damn near $2 billion, to be like, oh no, we don't want no smoke with y'all, even though they started with us. Trump is unveiling all this shit. Not only did he get to deporting people, guess what else he did? With that whole tariff act, y'all know what happened with that? And I spoke on this, but let's speak on it again, right? With the whole tariff act, right? A lot of y'all complaining, saying this and this costs more to ship out, ship in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But guess what he exposed during the whole tariff act, right? All that Gucci, Louis, Amiri, all of that high designer shit that y'all love and fucking glorify is fake. I spoke on that. All this shit is fake. Go on my shorts. Over a year ago, way before the whole tariff act, way before all that, I showed y'all where I go shop at, where I go get my shit at. I don't go to these high-end retail stores to try and make it seem like I'm a rich nigga and I just get what I want, blah, blah, blah. Even though I'm straight, I do whatever the fuck I want, But I don't spend my money on material because I know all of this shit is the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, I took y'all to the store where I get my shit from. I done showed y'all that over a year ago, way before this whole tariff act, right? Well, with Trump being in office, what happened? He exposed all that. And guess what? All them people in China that be making y'all shit and all that, they hopped on the camera. They said, hey, yeah. All that shit fake. It's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit that y'all paying $4,000 for over there in the U.S., that shit $20 over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting ripped off. The actual Chinese people got on camera and said this. And y'all still buying that shit. But again, ain't nobody gave Trump his props for exposing the fucking retail industry. Nobody gave him his props. Nobody. And actually, this is the point in time when all of the people should be saying, hey, yeah, fuck Gucci and all that. Like, they overcharging us. You know what I'm saying? When they done got on camera and told us that all this shit is the same shit. No. The people still get on the internet flexing. Oh, look at my gold chain. Look at my Gucci. Look at my Louis slipper. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. When China got on the camera and said, hey, all this shit the same shit. Whether you paid $5 for it or if you paid $4,000 for it. It's all the same shit. China themselves said that. Not Trump, not Biden, not Harris. The people that make this shit said that. And y'all still running to these retail stores paying them high ass prices. That's y'all for it. That's not Trump for it. That's your for it. Trump exposed it and you still paying it. That's your for it. You know what I'm saying? So now, here it is, fast forward to tape. We at war with Iran at this point. Trump been exposing shit. He been deporting shit. He didn't let a lot of people out of jail. Do y'all remember his first term? Before he got out of office, he let Kwame Kilpatrick out of prison. Y'all remember that, right? Kwame Kilpatrick. Who was Kwame? Kwame was the mayor of Detroit back in the early 2000s. He got caught up on corruption and murder, all type of shit, right? The mayor of Detroit. They gave his ass damn near 30 years. Real talk. He only served like 7 to 8 years. And Trump pardoned him. Got him up out of there. Black man. Didn't have nothing to do with Trump. Trump freed a whole lot of other black people. I'm just using Kwame as a platform because a lot of people know who Kwame is. Ain't nobody said nothing about Trump freeing all them black people before he got out of office the first time. Nobody said nothing about that. But everybody talking about he racist, he don't like black people, this, that, blah, blah, blah. He freed a whole lot of black people before he even left office. Why would he have to do that when he leaving office? If he was coming into office and he freed all them people, that'd be one thing because he's trying to look good, blah, blah, blah. He left office and freed all of them. I'm going to get into the whole Jesse Jackson shit too. But hold on. Hold on. Let's go there. Because like I said, I might be a hood nigga, but I ain't stupid, you know? So, Trump is exposing a lot of shit. And people don't like it. So, what's going on with this whole war with Iran? I've been seeing a lot of people saying, why he's starting a war with them, blah, 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 blah. Do you know that they've been saying death to America for like the past 50 years? Like, they've been after us. They've been after us. Again, they tried to attack us when Obama was in office. They attacked us back in the early 2000s. They tried to attack us again when Obama was in office. Obama gave them money. He gave them hush money. Psh. And now here they is again. Oh, that $2 billion ran out. We on y'all ass again. And Trump went ahead and took out their top leader. And now everybody mad and scared. Why you do that? Why you do that? Motherfucker, they been on us. What the fuck is you talking about? They been on us. They been on us. They never liked us. But that's America. They like destruction. They like shit not going. It's American people, man. It's sad, but that's the truth, you know? So anyway, he bombing their ass. He took out their top leader instantly. Psh, smoked him. Got that nigga out the way. Whatever his name was. And he was the main one on camera saying death to America and all of that. You know what? While we there, right? Just to further out what I'm saying is true. Remember when some years ago when our American journalists went over to those type of countries to do documentaries on them and see what's going on in their countries? What happened to our journalists? They came up kidnapped. They came up missing. And the next thing you know, they was on a fucking VHS tape that was being played to us as Americans. We put the tape in, guess what? Our same journalists is on their hands and knees, begging for their life, with a bunch of Iranians behind them, with machetes, guns, all type of shit. Talking about, yeah, we about to cut his head off in their own language. We didn't understand what the fuck they were saying, but this is what was going on in the video. Yeah, we about to cut his head off. We need $10 billion from y'all right now, or we about to cut his head off. And what they do? Behead our journalists on TV. Journalists, not criminals, none of that. People going over there just for content, you know what I'm saying, to let us know what's going on. They was kidnapping them and beheading them on camera, sending us a message. We don't fuck with y'all. Don't send your people over here. We don't fuck with y'all. But them people come over here, we don't behead them. But we go over there, they behead us on TV. Ain't nobody said nothing about all them beheadings that they was doing. They did a whole lot of them. A whole lot. Innocent people at that. You know what I'm saying? So while everybody's speaking on why Trump did what he did, like, bro, go unveil the whole truth about what's going on with this shit. Them Iranians never like this. They don't fuck with America at all. They do not. They hate us. They been on us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that Trump is the man that stand up and say, hey, we gonna take y'all down. You know what I'm saying? We got the military force. We got all this shit. We gonna get y'all. And that's what the fuck been going on. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like the conflict because they thinking that Iran gonna send missiles over here and blow us up and kill us and all of that. Man, look, ain't nothing coming over here. So all of y'all that's scared and think Iran gonna blow us up and look, it's not happening, man. We got a hell of a system, bro. Not one of their missiles is gonna come over here. And that's why I showed y'all the video of what Trump just said. In that video that I just showed y'all, he uploaded it. Well, that video got uploaded like 3 hours ago. That's like the most recent video of this whole war shit. And you heard what he said. They through. You know what I'm saying? We probably got a couple more days before this whole war is over with. We destroyed all their missiles, again, that they was trying to send at the Middle East to a bunch of people that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. We destroyed all their missiles. They through. They don't got nothing over there. All they got at this point is to go ahead, wave that white flag and say it's over with. But you got to think, Iran, they some gangsters. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go down with the ship. So before they finally tap out, they gonna take a couple more losses. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going on right now. But at the end of the day, man, we got the ass on the ropes, bro. And Trump took care of business, and he did exactly what the fuck he was supposed to do. And a lot of the American people don't like that. That shit sad, but it's the fucking truth. How about that? Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. It's been another live stream of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.